My name is Charlotte Manuel. I was born and raised in Kamloops, on the Kamloops Indian Reservation. I'm from the Shwapmik Nation, and I've lived here all my life. I know what it is to hurt. I was taking an overdose of barbiturate pills and Valium that one day because I was so afraid of the children's father, and I landed up in a hospital. My aunt came up to see me and she made me get up and dance. It was the most healing time for me. So I took grief training to help other people also. Yeah, I do work with a lot of people that have experienced suicide in their family. Like my own daughter's son committed suicide. When that happened to my grandson, I think they had a string of 12, one right after another.
The contagion factor is one that is always of concern in any community. My friend who committed suicide, who gave me permission, it's copycat, if you will. The BC Council has had a history of doing suicide postvention in the mainstream community. In Journey to Healing Phase 1, we were able to reach 5 rural Aboriginal communities.
I was one of the facilitators with Journey to Healing, and my role was to go and work with the participants and bring the message of suicide postvention and bereavement to the Aboriginal communities. During the workshops we talked about a lot of different things, one of them being obviously postvention itself and what it means. A lot of people don't know of the word. We looked at what happens after we lose someone to suicide, so looking at bereavement and grief and then who's at risk afterward.
At the workshops you learn about the signs. You pay attention to their body language. You pay attention to what they say. And you learn what you're supposed to do.
In the Aboriginal community, suicide rate is really high, and it's not getting any lower, like it's on the rise. I think it's important for our people to connect back.
I think being able to bring traditional healing practices into suicide grief is huge. I think it's important to be able to connect with their own culture, to be able to heal in a way that's culturally appropriate for them. Charlotte was a beautiful surprise for us in the workshop, and I think that what we saw from her was just amazing leadership. Whether or not she realized she was doing that, but it just kind of oozed out of her.
A lot of my work involves a lot of spiritual work. And then I teach dancing, traditional dancing, and I do sweat lodge. And then they can understand, oh, okay, now I can get better. I have a chance, I have hope.
Without the Community Action Initiative, this project could not have happened. And the opportunity to have an additional infusion of dollars was huge, because it not only reinforced the work that had been done in Phase 1, but it also gave us a veracity, if you will, to say, okay, we can do more.
I think if we had more workshops and paid a lot more attention to our young people, let them know that they have a sense of belonging and that they're loved. And, I won't give up on a person when they're hurting. No one gave up on me when I was hurting. You just have to walk alongside of them, and they fall down, you help them up and stand by them until I can watch them walk away.